Hello friends, welcome to Awdhesh Academy. I am Dr. Awdhesh Singh and I am a writer. I have written 4 books, I have written more than 500 articles, I have also written more than 3,300 answers on Quora. So I am going to tell you today about how to write well, how to develop the skill of writing. I am going to give you 10 tips today. If you use those tips, you can improve the quality of your writing. First of all, we have to understand that writing is an art. Many people know a lot of things, but when it comes to expressing those knowledge in terms of either writing or speaking, they are not able to do it. You have to develop the skill of writing over a period of time. Just like you cannot become a painter, you cannot become an artist, you cannot become any skilled person in just one day, 2 days. You have to spend a lot of time to develop those skills. In the same way, writing also takes a lot of time, and the more you practice, the better skills you develop. Let me now tell you the 10 tips using which you can improve the quality of your writing. The first important thing is that you must improve your basic grammar and your vocabulary. Vocabulary is the brick of the building of your writing. You can't create a beautiful building and a strong building unless you have a solid bricks in that. In the same way, if you don't have a good vocabulary, then you will not be able to write well. So learn more words and expand the vocabulary, and in the same way you should have the grammar which actually connect the different words together. So let us learn the vocabulary and also the grammar first before we get into the art of writing. The second important thing is that you develop a habit of reading the newspapers and books as a writer. When we normally read any book or a newspaper, we actually read it as a reader. Our purpose is to gather the knowledge which is there in the books. When you read the same thing as a writer, you get into the minute things. For example, the examples quoted, for example, the quality of the words which has been used, for example, how compact the whole thing has been. So all these things you must develop a habit to read the article, read the book as a writer, because you want to hone up your skill. The third important thing is that a good writer is one whose thoughts are very clear. You will find that many people don't have clear thoughts. They think that this can be done, the opposite can also be done. They are having contradictory thought within themselves. That confuses them. If you want to be a good writer, your thoughts also has to be crystal clear. That means you must discuss any number of time between the contradictory thoughts, between different thoughts, but ultimately you should come to a conclusion that this is what I am going to pursue. This is going to be my stand. And once the contradictions are removed, your thoughts become very clear, just like water in a lake. And once your thoughts are clear, then you will be able to see the whole reality into much more clarity. The fourth important thing is that you have to develop a style of writing. You must have realized that every writer has a style. You should not copy anybody's style, but if you like somebody's style, try to imitate that and then mix your own creativity into that, and gradually you will develop your own style of writing. The style of writing is very, very important because it will make your writing smooth. You don't have to think about organizing the things in every time you are going to write an article. The fifth important thing is that you should practice your writing every day. Just like walking is a habit, eating is a habit, brushing is a habit, in the same way you should develop writing as a habit. Even if you don't write exhaustively, but at least write couple of sentences, couple of pages. Maybe if you can spend even 10-20 minutes every day for writing, then you will develop a skill for writing, because it is only the practice which makes a man perfect. And the more you practice, the better perfection you will get in writing also. The sixth important thing is that you should organize your thoughts before you write. It's like, all the absurd thoughts you should try to capture and make it into a body of your writing. So before you put your pen on the paper or sit on the computer, the whole thought should be clear into your mind. Initially, it may be a difficult thing. So what I will advise, that first you thought about the whole concept, then you jot down the salient points, and then you try to organize those points to make the article or your writing. You should not use the most important concept on the top and then gradually put the less important concept on the bottom. That is not the right way. Think it like an organic reality, like a human being. You should see that the whole thoughts should be such that it looks like one single thought. This will come gradually, but what is important is that before you start writing, the whole thought should be clear into your mind. The seventh important point is that you must first create zero draft. What is the meaning of zero draft? When the thoughts are coming into your mind, thoughts are filled your mind, allow the thoughts to flow through your writing. Don't question. Don't think what is coming into your mind. Just write whatever is flowing from your mind. Don't keep a break. Don't break the flow of thought. This is very, very important. It may be looking an absurd writing. It may not be a beautiful writing. There may be a lot of grammatical mistake. There may be a lot of spelling mistakes, but don't worry about it. Allow the thought to flow so that you create a zero draft in the beginning. After the zero draft is created, the next step is then you correct and make the first draft. After you have put the whole thing, it is like a raw material. It is like you have taken the coal out of the mines or the mineral in the ground. After that, the purification starts. Then you correct the draft. Remove all the spelling mistakes, make it cogent so that it looks like a flow. If necessary, you can remove some of the part so that it looks like one single flow. So this is the stage when you have actually made a raw garment. It's like a white sheet of sari or a piece of cloth. Then after you beautify it by putting up different types of pictures, designs and all that. In the writing, what you do? You beautify your writing by putting quotations, by putting anecdotes, by putting stories, by using some sort of sayings which will make the whole writing look much more beautiful. So this is your ninth step. And finally, the 10th important step is that you should very carefully observe the feedback from the readers. Look, writing is tested only by the readers. Everybody thinks that he writes very well, and everybody has a right to think that he writes very well. But ultimately, the decision whether your writing is good or not is taken by the readers. So if the readers give you any feedback, incorporate that feedback and try to improve the writing in the next time. So this way, if you follow these 10 steps, I am very sure that you will be able to improve the quality of your writing and you will develop the art of writing. So once you develop the art of writing, you will develop a passion for writing because your writing will be beautiful, people will like it, people will appreciate it, and that will give you energy and motivation to write more and more. Thank you very much for watching the video, and I hope that you have been able to understand some basic methods about improving your writing skills, and if you follow this, I am sure that you can become a great writer. Thank you very much.